Oh shit, that's one hell of an entrance. Welcome back to Ristar. This is part 6, and this might just be the finale, because, I mean, it sure as hell feels like it. This is a very climactic feeling stage. What the hell do you want, you fucking eyeball? What are you doing? He can't hit you. Okay, that's good. So far, the level design is actually quite simple for a final stage. I mean, I'm assuming this is the end game, because, like, doesn't it feel like, you know, Sega Genesis platformer end game right now? This is, like, very Def Egg-esque. Except there's a really awesome parallax effect in the background. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Holy shit. Parallax was just, like, the easy way to create, like, the illusion of 3D back then. Now, how am I supposed to climb up here? By spamming the jump button. Of course, well, not the jump button, but the attack button, which also doubles as your grapple, because that's how this game works. And now we're gonna have to utilize more of the swinging mechanic, of course. So what have I learned about this game over my playthrough of it, playing it basically for the first time? It's that, one, it's very difficult, and it has a lot of interesting new mechanics, which still feel fresh, but don't feel perfectly polished and fully. Oh god, okay, is this gonna be like the Sonic CD Metal Sonic fight? What do you want? Okay, I guess we're just gonna have to figure out how to damage him. The main thing about these bosses is not actually attacking them. They're very Sonic CD-esque, actually, as in the challenge isn't in actually hitting him. It's in figuring out how to hit him while getting bombarded by random shit. Now, so far, I'm actually doing a pretty good job of hitting him. I guess I just have to avoid. Let's see if I can avoid this. Is this avoidable? Is that not? Can you not avoid that? You can't duck under it, of course. You can't jump over it. Maybe I have to stop it before it fires. Okay, let's try that. Stop it before it. No. Damn. Okay, so you've got a damage check on this. Oh no, I avoided it just by existing. That is very annoying, though. The fact that I somehow avoid things even when I'm not trying to, and then when I try my best, I can't avoid them. You know, it's like, what constitutes avoiding? Like, how do the hitboxes in this game work? Because it seems that they just don't. They just decide randomly, like, hey, you know what? I'm just not gonna, like, okay, the boomerang, that's pretty clear. You got a boomerang, you don't get hit by it, and then you don't die. But this thing, look at that. Clearly, you can't jump over it, you can't duck under it, and yet somehow I managed to avoid it earlier, which is very odd because you'd think that you wouldn't be able to, but now I'm basically just going to be hoping that I get lucky, I guess, in order to not take damage upon him firing, because it seems to be basically a damage check. And it's interesting because the game doesn't give you a lot of lives, which means that, yeah, see, I avoided it that time, so what I have to do, I guess, is to, do my little bounce, like, sort of, I have to bounce off of him as he is shooting it. Was that the whole thing? Don't tell me that was the final boss. Because, I mean, if it is, I'm just gonna fucking edit this onto the end of the last episode. No, this isn't gonna be, yeah, okay, we got plenty more level to go. I'm assuming, whoa, look, like, that effect is so fucking trippy in the background, it's so cool. Oh shit, this might be the final boss. He definitely looks like, you know, what you'd expect from a final boss from a game. Oh, fuck you. He's using Mega Man 7 tactics again. You know, like a bunch of spheres that move only one, like, all together, but like synchronized perfectly. So look, you got them, they move, and then they shoot you. Yeah, this is Mega Man 7. And I think this was this after Mega Man 7 was released? I don't remember exactly. I mean, this is 1995, but what I mean is, when was Mega Man 7 released? That's the thing, I don't know. I'm guessing we have to then, yeah, we hit them actually, it kind of reminds me of Hornet Man from Mega Man 9. I didn't expect to see so much Mega Man in this. I was expecting it to be more Sonic, but there is plenty of Sonic in here, or at least things that would end up being in Sonic, inadvertently. Well, not inadvertently, they probably had it in mind when designing these. You know, there's probably like some global document of all of the game mechanics in the world, and developers pull from them, because it's like, you know, duh. How else? It's like with Music Theory. It's like you got all the chords. They don't hide them away from you, you know. You can't copyright chord progressions. Some people try to, but they're like, fuck you. No, you can copyright a melody, though, that's for sure, and like an arrangement, of course. So, let's see if I can figure out how to not take... So I can't just attack him directly. I can hit his little... Actually, I can't hit his spheres, can I? No, they can hit me, but I can't hit them, which is fair. So now I'm going to have to just run away from them, which isn't actually all that difficult, because Ristar moves at least fast enough to do that, and somehow I didn't take damage there. That's good. Now, how are we going to hit him? Okay, there you go. That's like the one hit that I can do to him. Let's try to do about taking damage ourselves, though. So we're going to walk over to him, and no, we're going to... There you go. When he's in that corner, that's when he's weak. It seems that that's the only part of the map where he actually takes damage. That's my understanding of it. Okay, now I have to just avoid more simple attacks. This actually feels easier than some of the previous bosses, though, to be honest. And I know it's like, well, you're fucking getting hit all the time. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not easier. It's so much simpler to understand. It's like, okay, I just walk away. And look, walking, easy. It's so easy. Look at this. Simple as hell. And now I just wait until he bounces around for a little bit, and then I strike him, I'm assuming, right? And there you go. No, that's not the... Okay, I'm guessing that was my chance when he was in that corner. There you go, boom, done. And that's a little bit of extra damage done to him, I'm assuming. He's not changing color, though, so maybe I'm not doing any damage to him, and he's... Oh, no, his attacks are getting faster. There you go, that's how I know that I've done damage. Good. Thank you, typical boss tropes. See, that's the great thing about playing lots of different kinds of video games, is the fact that you just kind of... You can predict how they're going to work because they're so identical. No, they're not, actually. There's actually so much variety in this medium, you have no idea. It's why I'm so much more of a fan of it compared to anything else in the world. And why so many other people feel the same way. It's like there's a reason why gaming is like such a... It kind of goes beyond just... blockbuster flick or whatever. It's just, oh, even if a game is like a commercial pile of garbage, as in like it sold very well, therefore it's a commercial pile of garbage, it can still be like a really great experience because video games are meant to be played, which allows you to create your own little personalized thing, even if it's not that personalized because everyone else is going to play it the same way. But you know, you're always going to hit the buttons slightly differently, you're always going to have slightly different graphic settings, you're going to play it at a different resolution, stuff like that, and it changes the experience, right? Oh, now we're in the... Okay, that was literally a Sonic sound effect. I better remember to turn that up in the mix, because that was literally a Sonic sound. Like, I'm gonna assume do I die? Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's a game over. Okay, well, not a game over, but like a death. So try not to get sucked into there, which means we have to, because Ristar just can't run fast enough, I think we have to use this to propel ourselves away from it. Right? Yes, there you go, and I survived it. Good. Now I just have to figure out how to... Oh, fuck you. Okay. I mean, I know that the Genesis uses a lot of the same sounds. Oh, there's a unique damage animation for this one. You can see a skeleton. That's kind of cheap. That's really fucking cheap, actually. The fact that he just teleports on top of you, which isn't all that uncommon. That's very Castlevania-esque, I think. And now I can't say Castlevania while thinking of Metroidvania, despite the fact that Castlevania used to be a linear platformer. Remember, like, the 1 or 2 times Castlevania was actually just a normal video game and not some fucking... giant global puzzle? Well, actually, no, Metroidvania isn't that bad. I've been playing Animal Well. That game has convinced me Metroidvania games can be semi-enjoyable. I'm still never gonna play Hollow Knight, ever. I'm still never gonna play fucking Super Metroid, but, oh, is Super Metroid really that great of an entry-level... Is it a good entry-level, Metroidvania? Because, I don't know. I guess I should ask around. Oh, fuck. Okay, there you go. Is this the kind of attack phase where it's impossible to hit him? Am I expected to be able to hit him at that point, or... Oh no, this is bullshit. Look, they're spawning on the other side, which means that what the fuck am I supposed to do about this? Maybe I can hit him. Yes, I can actually. Good. I did some damage. Now let's see if I can actually, if I can somehow not get hit by that, because of course, problem is I have to be on the correct side. I have to be on the side that's more likely to kill me. Oh, so that I can then grapple my way away from it, as you can see when that Sonic Mania sound effect plays. Except I'm pretty sure it's from Sonic Free as well. And look at this. What do I do about that? That's actually one of those bullshit insta-kill moves that you basically have to get lucky to avoid. Because as you can see, if I stand too far away, then... I guess I'll be able to still... maybe I'm not supposed to grapple them, though. Because when I grapple them, I do move a little farther away, but then it sends me backwards. But fortunately, that allows me to survive just long enough. Oh my god, I love just breaking down how these bosses work in real time as I'm playing them for the first time in my life, and I have no idea what's happening, but thanks to save states, I can sort of... I can slow things down, and I can slow it down. Actually, I can go into an emulator and slow it down, but I'm not going to do that because that wouldn't be very enjoyable to watch. You know, it wouldn't be very nice to look at the game running in fucking slow motion. Trust me, man, back when I had a really shitty PC, I've made enough playthroughs where the game runs in slow motion, okay? I'm glad that that doesn't have to be the case anymore. I feel very fortunate that that's not the case. Now I just have to attack him at least once, but as you can see, he becomes invincible once he shoots that laser, which means that I basically have to... I think that's my chance. There you go. Boom. Hit him. How many more times do I have to hit him? I really hope this isn't a long and drawn-out fight, because I just can't stand boss fights. That's so unfair. The fact that he just teleports wherever the fuck he feels like it, it's just... I don't know. I can't, in good faith, say that that's a... Oh, it's gonna go all cinematic now. 21 by 9. Check that out. I'm gonna assume this is the end of the game, so I'm gonna leave you guys with the credits and my final thoughts, as I always do. My first impressions of Ristar is that it was simply a last hurrah for the Genesis to stretch its legs and show that when used right, it could match the technical prowess of the Super Nintendo. Now that I've completed this game, I see something very different in front of me. Ristar is a platformer with a heavy emphasis on outsmarting the world around you. You can't jump very high, and you can't run fast, a stark contrast to Sega's blue icon. So your only option if you wish to succeed is to use Ristar's unique abilities. You have to be observant and understand your own limitations. Enemies all have some kind of weakness that can be exploited, and is practically the only way to get rid of them without losing your very limited health. I'm self-aware enough to admit that my performance on this first playthrough was not of the highest quality, but there are a handful of instances where I feel things aren't very well communicated to the player, combined with logical inconsistencies as to what can and can't damage you. While I can't say I have no complaints with the gameplay, even if some of them would disappear on a second playthrough, the presentation is top-notch, with some of the richest and most creative environments on the platform. Ristar looks almost as good as Knuckles Chaotix, despite not even using the 32X. The music is fantastic too. I wouldn't call it catchy, but it's excellent for the aesthetic of each stage and employs a varied sound palette. I might have to revisit this game on my own time to see if my issues with some of its design lose their severity, but even this rocky first go-around was still thoroughly enjoyable, and it certainly exceeded my expectations. Thanks for sticking with me in my mistakes during this playthrough, and I'll hopefully see you in another BK play.
Wow!